Hi awesomes, welcome back to my channel. So this video, I just wanted it to be like a really relaxed video for me. I just want to feel like I'm talking to a friend, you know, because of the topic. This video is going to be about, you know, grief and just carrying grief with you, you know, everywhere you go. And the reason why I thought of this was, I don't even know why, but I realized that, you know, in life, or in my life personally, I've been carrying around a lot of grief from the past, you know, because of what happened in my childhood and, you know, what I felt like my parents failed to do for me. And, you know, and I've just been carrying it around with me for a very long time. And I realized that it was slowing me down, you know. It slowed me down in so many aspects of my life because I wasn't ready to let it go. And I feel like sometimes we're not ready to let go of grief because it's a form of saying, like, sometimes it feels like you're letting go of a part of your pride. Like, you know, I still have to be mad at you for doing this, because if I let it go, then it's like, yeah, you treated me like that, and, you know, I let you off so easy, you know, that kind of thing. And I realized that whether you let it go or not is, first of all, not going to affect the person. It just affects you, you know. And I just thought of it this way, that when we're set down on earth, it's like God gives us like a bag, and the light, like the joyful and happy moments, they weigh like less, so we can collect so much of them because they weigh so little, they take up so little space, that we can like collect more and more of good memories, and our bags will almost like never be full. But whereas the negative things like guilt, regret, worries, grief, and rejection, and feeling worthless, and disappointment, all those things, you know, weigh so much more, and they take up so much more space. And, you know, I feel like the more you collect those things and you carry them around with you, or you carry them throughout your life, the more it actually slows you down. It just reminds me of this one scripture where God is saying how, you know, come to me those who, you know, are, I think, tired or something, and I'll take your burden or your baggage off you. Like, obviously I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember what exactly it says, but yeah, it says something like that. And I realized, and I just had this image in my head, that sometimes I feel like our bags just get too full. There's just too much grief, there's too much disappointment in my bag, there's too much, you know, there's too much worry in my bag, and it's like I can't move on. Like, literally not one more, you know, item of disappointment can fit in my bag, because if anybody else drops another, you know, item of disappointment in my bags, I'm gonna break down. I won't be able to carry on. Like, I'm full, I can't handle this anymore. And I feel like that's how sometimes we feel about life. It gets just so unbearable, and the weight becomes so heavy on our shoulders that we can't move on, literally. And sometimes we need like a place to release, to just get rid of all those items. So in life being, you know, quick at a faster pace, and not always, you know, having things delayed because we just feel too heavy to move on. There's some people out there that just feel way too heavy to even believe in their dreams, believe in themselves, believe that they can make it in life because they've been disappointed so many times. And I know how that feels like, you know. And it's like, either you're gonna keep dragging all those memories to every single destination you're going to, which is gonna slow you down way more, or you just tell yourself that, listen, I'm leaving this here, I'm not taking this with me to one more step, because I don't have to carry this. And this reminds me of when I used to travel a lot, because obviously my family lived in Germany and I was in the UK, so I used to travel a lot. And the thing is, I could never ever decide what I wanted to take with me or not. So I'd always end up with so many bags, and they were heavy. And the thing is, every single time it would be like literally such a struggle for me to get to the airport or the station, because my bags are just way too heavy and I'm slowed down. I had to leave the house way early, because if I didn't, I'll literally miss my plane or my coach. So one time I realized that you put this on yourself, and one time I was complaining, I was saying like, my life is this and that, and why do I have to always go through that? Why do I have to travel between two countries and this and that? And then something I just realize something, that listen, you don't have to actually go through this. You can actually choose to leave some of your stuff at home. Leave it. So that you can actually look forward to, you know, traveling, have an easy journey because you don't have that many bags to take care of, and, you know, just be jumpy and jolly. I can't be jumpy and jolly when I have thousands of bags to, you know, drag behind me, and one is falling down and I have to pick it back up because I'm not ready to leave it, you know, at home. And that's how I feel like life is. Sometimes, you know, you can't be happy and jolly because you have too many things, you know, on your shoulders. So I just feel like sometimes just leave them, whether it's grief from your parents or your loved ones or your friends. You know what, just leave them, because I realize that whether you carry it or not, that person is not enjoying their lives. They've probably even asked for forgiveness, so now they feel better about themselves, and you're still there, you know, feeling negative about it, having negative feelings towards them, and all those things cost energy. They cost energy. Invest your energy in things that actually make you happy, not in things that don't make you happy. I feel like, you know, carrying a grudge, or sometimes, like, yeah, you feel like you've forgiven them, but even the fact that you're still hurt by that thing that happened is like you're still kind of carrying a grudge, not against them, but like against not against the person, but against the act, you know. And I'm not saying that you should be fine with what everyone does to you, but sometimes just be like, okay, it happened to me, I'm gonna move on, you know. I'm not gonna let this slow me down, because I feel like it's like somebody stabbing you, now you got a wound, and yeah, it starts healing a bit and stuff like that, and then once in a while you just feel like, you know, taking another knife and stabbing yourself again and again and again. It's like you're not even letting the wound heal because you keep stabbing it. And that's how I feel like we treat our heart, you know, because we don't even allow it to heal from what happened, because we keep reliving the situation in our head over and over and over again. So we're not allowing the wound to heal within ourselves, you know. So I really think that it's important to, you know, let bygones be bygones, focus on the future. You can't change the past. No matter how many times you relive certain situations, you cannot change it. Live with it, learn from it, and move on. And it's even like with girls, when a guy treats you badly, you know, don't waste another second on him, whether it's physically or just mentally. Do you know the thing that annoys me the most? You guys are broken up, but you're still like suffering from what happened. You're still choosing to suffer or let that person still torment you, torment your life, even though he's not even in your life anymore. Let it go. Literally, let it go and move on. Don't hold grudges. There's no point. And the thing is, sometimes like people to like teach you what kind of boundaries you should set for people. I'm not saying you shouldn't love or you should be scared and you shouldn't trust. No, you make boundaries for that person. Like, listen, I'm happy to help you, but you know, you can't take advantage of me. You know, learn from it and let it make you stronger. You know, don't allow it to steal your joy. You know, it stole your joy when it first happened, and it's still stealing your joy 10 years later. Come on, let it go and have a happy and jolly life. I think it's so funny that sometimes in life, like one time I was thinking, listen, I know I've gone through some, you know, really rough situations in life. Really bad things have happened to me in life. Obviously not as bad as other people. I have so much to be thankful for. But the funny thing is that when I think about my life, when I reflect about my life, or people talk to me about my life, most of the times, yeah, I always think about the bad things that happened to me first. And you know, I don't know how many days I've lived in my life. Those bad things happen in moments, or happen in one day. It didn't happen the next day and again and again. There are days when nothing happened, when I was fine. And there was that one day that somebody upset me or somebody did something that I didn't like. You know, but compared to all the other moments that I lived, you know, when I was with friends or whatever, I met new people, you know, those things outweigh the negative things that happened to me in life way more. So yes, I actually do have way more to be thankful for than I have to complain for, you know. So I don't know. This was just like a chit chat. I don't even know whether this is gonna make sense. I'm gonna find this out when I edit it. But I really hope that this helps you. Now, whether it's, you know, disappointment from your parents or grief from what happened in your childhood, let it go, because I feel like it's gonna determine how you treat other people. Do not let other people, you know, suffer for what somebody else did to you. Don't let other people suffer for it. You know, especially like when you're starting to date and have your own kids, because I feel like if you don't sort it out now, trust me, your kids are gonna suffer from it. There's gonna be, you wanna, like, when you're thinking of having kids, you wanna be the best. You wanna give them the best of you. You can't give them the best of you if a quarter of you is still messed up, you know, and you could actually fix it and actually then give them the best of you, but you're choosing to hold on to other stuff. Let it go so you can be the best that you could be to your partner, to your kids, to your work colleague, to your friends, you know. Let it go, because I know from experience when I talk to my parents that their parents didn't treat them the way, you know, you should treat a child. And so then I could kind of like now understand why they treated us a certain way that they did, or certain things that happened in my childhood happened simply because they did not make that choice to change it or to let go of the pain. Because if they had let it go, they wouldn't still be talking about it and complaining about what happened to them in their childhood. And I don't want to be that same person. I don't want to keep bringing up my child, what happened then, you know, keep using it as an excuse and pitying myself. You know, I don't want to do that 10 years or 20 years from now. It's I want it to stay in the past and where it belongs, you know, so that I don't treat my children according to how I was treated, because it has nothing to do with them. So yeah, because you know that saying, hurt people hurt people. I'm literally a living manifestation of that. I know exactly how that feels, you know, so I don't want to do that to my children. So, and I'm not just saying that in, you know, parent to child, like hurt people, like if you were hurt in your previous relationship, you might take it out on the next one you date. So obviously, for us not to mistreat other people or treat other people the way we didn't like to be treated, let's just say to ourselves, I'm leaving this baggage, this bag of grudge, disappointment and whatever, and pity and self-pity and depression. I'm leaving it behind me. I'm leaving it in the past and I'm moving on. And from now on, I'm actually going to collect and have a bag full of positive things that are lighter for me to carry. So I hope this video helped and it was inspiring, or, you know, I don't know, you could pick out something that made sense. And if you liked it, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.